And I imagine this is where it gets very complicated because, again, I see this in my practice quite frequently as they come in, and even though you identify this dynamic, this power differential, and now let's just stay with your first example with the affair, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it gets more complicated quite quickly. And I'm not sure how far down this rabbit hole we want to go, but I'll just sort of open it up, which is,
Right.
because this is the stuff that I hear, is that if you have a wallflower, like that kind of partner, they often, the husband in this example, prototypical example, often feels like there's nobody there. You know, like there's that he's not getting whatever narcissistic supply, sustenance, affirmation, whatever it may be, that he's no longer getting. And this does change, by the way, over the course of a relationship, right? Oftentimes people come in and they do find a partner who's very willing to be the cheerleader and their biggest fan, but then things change over time.
Right.
So, but then now you see it gets complicated because you have a man on the one hand who's complaining, right, about his, so it's not even like he's the identified patient who had the affair, but as it unravels, it's like, wait, where was she in all of this? And this is, I imagine, I don't know if you've seen this, Gordon, but now I would imagine you have to juggle this in a very, very sensitive way, because on the one hand, his behavior overtly was far more damaging, right, than her behavior. However, we could say hers is more covert and maybe his is more overt. But I wonder if you run into something like that where then they're just blaming one another for what led up to the affair.
Right, right. That happens. Yeah, that's pretty typical, I think, with a lot of situations. And that's where just that therapeutic relationship really comes into play in terms of, particularly working with couples, being able to build trust with both people in the relationship, and getting to a place where you can hopefully get them to recognize, okay, this one person's done this really bad thing, but that didn't occur in a vacuum. And being able for both people to recognize, okay, what is my part in this? What am I contributing to the relationship that might have created this kind of chasm between the two people?